Sometimes the most terrifying things come with a smile stitched across their face. Sophie Barnes was 8 years old the day she found the bear. Her mother was rushing through the aisles of a second-hand store, trying to find Halloween decorations on a budget. Sophie had wandered off toward the back corner, where the toys sat in a sagging wire bin. She didn't know why she reached for that one. It wasn't the prettiest. It was old, formatted and faded, like it had been buried and dug up. One glass eye missing, the other scratched and cloudy. But it smiled. And when she picked it up, it was warm, like it had just been held. "Put that down, sweetie," her mother said, barely glancing. "That thing looks filthy." But Sophie clung to it. And when they left the store, it was in her arms, bought for $1 and a warning to wash it first. They named him Mr. Fuzzles. And from that moment, he was always with her. At first, it was normal. Kids and their toys. She slept with him, took him in the car, talked to him like a friend. But after a few nights, things began to change. Sophie started waking up with scratches. Small ones at first. On her arms, her cheeks. Her mother blamed the cat. Until she remembered. They didn't have a cat. Then there were the whispers. Late at night. Behind the closet door. Low. Gravelly. Like someone was humming a lullaby off-key. And always, the bear was facing her. Even when she was sure she had turned it the other way. One morning, Sophie's mother found her daughter sitting up in bed. Eyes wide. Trembling. "What's wrong, baby?" Sophie pointed to the bear. "He told me to hurt you." The bear was thrown in the garbage. But the next morning, it was back. Sitting on Sophie's shelf. Smiling. Her mother thought maybe Sophie had pulled it out again. Kids did things like that. So this time, she took the bear to the backyard, stuffed it in a plastic bag, and dropped it in the burn barrel. Lit a match. Watched it blacken and melt. Ashes and all. That night, Sophie screamed loud enough for the neighbors to call. Her mother ran into the room and froze. There, sitting at the foot of the bed, was Mr. Fuzzles. Not burnt. Not melted. Just smiling. Like he'd never left. Sophie was sent to stay with her grandmother for a week, while her mom took care of things. She brought in a priest. A psychic. Even had the house saged. But the bear didn't leave. It followed Sophie. To her grandmother's. To school. Everywhere. One teacher found it inside her desk drawer. Another saw it sitting in a chair during math class, even though no one had brought it in. Then came the incidents. Sophie began drawing things. Dark things. People with no eyes. Animals with torn mouths. A family of dolls hanging from strings. And always, somewhere in the picture, was the bear. Watching. The worst happened on November 12th. Sophie's babysitter, a teenager named Marla, was found at the bottom of the stairs. Neck twisted. Eyes wide open. Sophie, standing above her, holding the bear. "I told her not to throw him," she said softly. "Now she can't scream anymore." Child psychologists were brought in. One called it trauma-induced delusion. Another believed Sophie was suffering from dissociative episodes. They never looked at the bear. Never really saw it. Only one person did. A woman named Claire Belden, an expert in cursed objects and folklore. Sophie's mother found her online. A desperate email. A late-night phone call. And the next day, Claire arrived with a briefcase full of salt, runes, and a crucifix. She examined the bear carefully. Held it. Smelled it. Then turned to Sophie and asked, "Did it ever bite you?" Sophie nodded. "It doesn't like when I leave it alone." Claire's face went pale. She explained, "There are objects that hold echoes. Emotions. Pain. Rage. Sometimes a person dies so violently, their hatred latches onto something, anything, nearby. A doll. A mirror. A piece of cloth. Or a stuffed animal." Claire had seen it before. In 1937, a similar case, a boy in West Virginia who was found strangled in his sleep. His teddy bear's stitching was soaked in blood. Claire opened the bear with a surgical knife. Inside, instead of stuffing, there were teeth. Human. Baby teeth. Dozens of them. And behind them, wrapped in black cloth, was a piece of a scalp, still attached to a tuft of red hair. Claire gagged. "This thing's not just haunted," she said. "It's hungry." She performed a binding ritual that night. Salt circles. Latin chants. The works. The bear twitched. Its one eye blinked. And when she finished, it fell limp. "Burn it now," she said. "And bury the ashes. Separately." Sophie cried as they lit the fire. The bear curled inward like it was screaming without sound. When it was done, Claire scattered the ashes in 3 different locations. It was over. Or so they thought. 3 months passed. Sophie smiled again. Drew flowers and birds. No bear. No whispers. Until one night Sophie's mother heard humming. Off-key. Gravelly. Coming from the closet. She opened the door. Inside was a new bear. 2 glass eyes. Clean fur. Still wrapped in a store tag. But stitched across its belly were teeth. Thank you for watching Dark Corner videos. Don't forget to subscribe for more horror stories.